Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another mock draft. Today's mock draft Wednesday. I think I'm gonna start recording this a little earlier, but I'm still gonna post it on Wednesday. But it doesn't really matter to you guys; it just matters to me. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know what I'm saying, but let's go back to another mock draft today. Today, obviously, will be a one draft mock. Well, not obviously, but will be one round mock draft. This will probably be the last one round mock draft until the draft. And I just wanted to get all these picks, the first round picks, just solidified one last time, engraved in everyone's head, one final time. And as much easier as it is to do with just one round and just call it quits, I want to give perspectives to the Falcons, the Colts, the Packers, and the Jaguars because they don't have their first round picks, and it's just you got to get more in depth in the draft classes too. So just let's start getting. You know why? It's a little more like entertaining to do more mock drafts too, and I also like it too because I like doing mock drafts. That's why I'm doing this. I'm not getting crazy amount of viewerships right now, so I'm just doing this for the love of the game, and I love the game. So gonna keep on gaming. All right, let's go. Fernando Mendoza to the Raiders. Another easy pick. This is like mocked in every single mock draft. This is like the consensus pick. Again, Fernando Mendoza, weaker draft class, usual. Ty Simpson isn't even ranked in the top 32, so like not even top 32 prospect. Trinidad Chambliss is very old. I think his eligibility just got denied a couple weeks ago. Garrett Nussmeier was very bad this year. Well, he was okay this year. Drew Allard broke his ankle, I think. Kate Clement didn't have a great year. Carson Beck rose a little bit. People didn't expect him to go this high. Jay Daniels is not a great prospect. Audemars been fine in the Senior Bowl. Robinson's been fine. Taylor Green's been fine. Cole Payton's been fine. All these guys are probably going up the combine to hopefully boost their draft stock. Very weak class. Other than Mendoza, there's not a real clear quarterback number 2. I'm also not a huge fan of Pavia. Where even is he? He's 247. Yikes. Not a huge fan of Pavia. No, I never really liked his tape, and for a reason. I just think he's sluggish. He's slow. He's old. Yes, he does provide some juice. His arm talent's okay. I'm just not a huge fan of him. But anyways, we're gonna go with the Jets here. Before I go on Pavia running streaks, I don't really like him. Let's go with the Jets. The Jets take in this scenario. They take Oliver Reese with newly dubbed head coach last year, who is Aaron Glenn. He likes to keep his defensive pieces good. With Arvo Reese, you take him for the edge play ability. You can hopefully develop him into a monster guy. He has a good frame. 243, 6'4". He's fairly young. He's only a junior. He's declaring for the draft because this is not a very top-heavy draft. Sometimes, it actually is a very top-heavy draft, but there's not very much depth. And I think Arvo Reese is so good for the amount of experience he's had in his edge rushing ability, but you can also play off ball too. So you're taking him for his versatility. The Jets kind of need that. So I think Arvo Reese here is good. I'm not a huge fan of their edge group either. Injured, and you can just also play him with linebacker too because they have need for linebacker as well. Like this pick, and the Jets honestly selling some of those big guys like Sauce Gardner and Quinton Williams it was honestly a good move in my opinion. I think that them just kind of hitting a mini reset button and getting rid of these two like big contract players on their defense was a smart decision. I think that they did enough where they can get more draft capital. They have 3 first-round picks next year for a potential quarterback because they're not going to take a quarterback in the first round. I don't know why people keep on mocking Ty Simpson. I don't like that pick either. Maybe if in the second round I pick I think they have pick 44 in the second round, I pick 33 in the second round. I think if you take a pick 44 in the second round, it's a fine option. But taking over Reese here is a good option. 7 reaching for Ty Simpson, and even that pick 16 is another reach for Ty Simpson. So taking Reese here and then taking some more needs in other positions other than quarterback is a good move. And you could probably do a run to quarterback like Kyler Murray. Maybe you can snag up Daniel Jones, see how he does. Maybe you can try to get Malik Willis. I'm not a huge fan of Malik Willis. Maybe you can try to get him again. There's options, and I think you can wait for a bridge quarterback. Maybe try out Justin Fields again. The experiment didn't go great, but you can try him out again. So there's options there, and I think instead of reaching for Ty Simpson, there's a better option to just get a bridge quarterback and wait for a better quarterback class next year. So taking over this year is the easy pick. They're not going to take a quarterback here. I don't know why I wanted this Ty Simpson / quarterback rant for the Jets, but they don't need it here. And taking over this here, good off ball, good edge start ability. I think just take him here. It's a good play. I don't usually mock this a lot, but for the Cardinals, I usually go Francis Malinois, CC Malinois. I'm going to go Spencer Fano. There's been a lot of prospect fatigue in my mock draft sometimes where I just keep on picking the same guy over and over again. I'm going to stop doing that, and I'm going to continue to keep on kind of revitalizing, juicing it up a little bit. Spencer Fano was a great offensive tackle. He was probably 1B when Maui Noa was 1A from all that playoff success that they had. For Spencer Fano, if you had like the spotlight that Maui Noa had, maybe you would have done, if not better, than Maui Noa, but he didn't. So he's kind of dropped in some mock drafts. I just think he's very good. There's a lot of good tape with him. He's strong. He's fast. He can do a lot, and he won the offensive line award in college. So I really like this pick too. I think just take him here is a great pick for the Cardinals, who need a tackle. You need Paris Johnson Jr. and this, and on the other side, it's not a great tackle. So take Spencer Fano here. Not a terrible pick. The Titans. A lot of people have him going David Bailey. There's a bunch of off-field concerns with David Bailey, and there's also concerns of him being a 3-down lineman. I think taking David Bailey here is sometimes a reach because, again, you don't know what he's gonna do off the field because you see what happened with James Pierce Jr. with his girlfriend. Tough loss. I already made a video about that. Tough case there. I don't know what will happen. I think in my video I said he'll probably let off the book scot-free, but maybe not, and you never know. So I'm not really gonna comment on that until it's set in stone. But I think take Ruben Bain here, who has production in many ways. I know there's concern with his arm length, which is sub 32 inches, but I think taking Ruben Bain here is a better pick based on production than David Bailey. Ruben Bain is also one of the only 3-down lineman classes, or 3-down lineman edges in this class, because other than really some of these other guys, maybe TJ Parker, you can say is a 3-down lineman. Keldrick Folk, maybe. There's a lot of concern with his pass rushing. Akeem Essador, maybe. He's very old. Arvind Thomas isn't. Gabe Yakas, maybe. Zion Young, maybe. LT Overton, maybe. Ramila Height, no. Joshua Joseph, no. Derek Moore lit up in the Senior Bowl, but he's probably a round 2 guy. And even if he is a 3-down lineman, he's not going 4. And if you're talking about Moore still, he can be. There's concerns, but maybe. There's a lot of maybes in this class. Definitely not Cassius. I don't know why I clicked off. Definitely not Cassius Howell. I think he's more of a 3-down guy, or a 3rd-down pass rushing guy. He's very speedy off the edge. Really, Ruben Bain is really one of the only edge rushers, pure edge rushers, because you can maybe count Arbor Reese. I don't count him. He's maybe one of the only 3-down rushers who actually really who just can play all 3 downs, and the production's been there. I know there's concerns with his bend and arm length. Let's see how he tests in the combine before I start dropping him, but right now he's a top 5 pick for me, and taking him here is good. I like Ruben Bain Jr. I don't know why people are very hesitant on him. I think if you produce in college, there's a good chance you can produce in the NFL. So I think taking Ruben Bain here is a good pick. Giants, a lot of buzz around this pick. I've been on this shit, bro. I said from I think like the week Harbaugh got brought in, I said Caleb Downs to the Giants was a great pick. Caleb Downs is a perfect pick for the Giants in my opinion. I know there's safety. I know they have Newman. I know they have Holland. I know they have I think Belton is a free agent right now, but I think they might re-sign him as a depth piece. Caleb Downs will change this team. He's a leader on and off the field. He's produced at multiple programs. He's a great tackler in the box. I know he's not a very good ball hawk, but you can probably develop him that. And John Harbaugh knows a thing or two about good safeties. And I think if he interviews him and the interview process goes well and he tests good at the combine, if he decides to participate, he will be a Giant. And Harbaugh loves his safeties, and you saw with Kyle Hamilton how he used them, and especially with their defensive coordinator, who is a defensive backs coach in Baltimore. Taking him here, who worked with Kyle Hamilton, probably will mean there's a little closer relation to Caleb Downs. So I think taking him here, good pick. Don't hate the pick. Don't knock it till you try it. I guess the Giants need an elite safety. I know Holland was a big acquisition last year, but he wasn't really that great. Same with Newman. He was injured, and when he was on the field, he was tough. He wasn't great in space with tackling, especially as a free safety. You really want a little more. I think Downs will play strong safety, and Holland will probably move over to free safety. But he would be a great pick for the Giants, who rack run defending. He's a very good run defender. He's produced wherever he's gone, and I think the Giants can hopefully produce where he goes in this draft to New York. Let's go with the Browns. The Browns, I usually have them going CC Maunoa, but since they took Fano, this is a very good pick. But I think taking Jordan Tyson here, a number 1 wide receiver. Usually Tyson drops in some other people's mock drafts. Again, with all the injuries, he's a very good player. He's a wide receiver 1 caliber receiver. The problem is when he's on the field, he produces. The problem is when he's off the field. I've said this a million times. He's off the field too much than he is on the field. There's a lot of nagging, lingering injuries that just really mess with him. So there's a bunch of question marks with him as a prospect injury wise, but when on the field production, he is amazing. So I think taking Jordan Tyson here, taking a risk when you need a wide receiver one in Cleveland, taking a risk here is not the worst idea in the world. Maybe you can take a safer prospect like Mekhi Lemon or Carl Tate. Mekhi Lemon is, again, very good football wise. It's just physical abilities. His physical abilities messed him up a little bit. I don't know why this keeps on saying error. Internet bugged out, but his physical abilities are 5'11", 195. So yeah, I just, there's a lot of physical abilities concerns for him. And Carl Tate, big games he disappeared, and he's kind of like, doesn't have as high as a ceiling as some of these other guys in this draft. So I think taking Jordan Tyson here, you take the risk. I guess you got to take the risk. Tom Munkin will probably want to take a risk on a wide receiver too, and probably wouldn't want to do a defensive pick, or he'll probably get a tackle. But I think taking Tyson here is an interesting pick. And with how deep this tackle class is in the first round, you can maybe try to snag Max Akinor, Monroe Freeland, Caleb Lomu, or Keenan Proctor. See if those guys fall. If not, you can take a tackle in the second or third round. But I think taking Jordan Tyson here is a good pick. Sorry, it's taking me like 11 minutes to do 6 picks. So I'm gonna try to like a little less Yapatron. But let's go with the Commanders. The Commanders at pick 7. There's a lot of in play. There's David Bailey. Dan Quinn loves his linemen. You can take Sonny Styles too, who need a linebacker. Luvu, Wagner, both getting old. Wagner's not great in space. He's very good as a run stopper, but very good very bad in pass coverage this year. So maybe Sonny Styles in play. Styles has a sideline reach. But I'm gonna go David Bailey. David Bailey, again, is off the field concerns with Dan Quinn. Hopefully, you can get that under check. Hopefully, in the NFL he grows up a little bit. In ASU, there was a cameraman, I think, or something. He punched a cameraman after the ASU loss. He did something in NC State. I don't remember. I haven't really done much research on the NC State one, but I know for ASU for a fact he punched a guy in the cameraman. I've seen the video, or seen the article or something. I saw something along those lines. And yes, he's been very good this year pass rushing. He was very good against the Oregon loss where they got shut out, but he been played half bad. So I think taking David Bailey here is a good pick. I know there's concerns with him being a third-down lineman. Hopefully, you can develop him as Dan Quinn, who is again has defensive lineman ability and history. And this team's getting older, so I think taking this. He's not really young; he's a redshirt senior, but he is, or he's a regular senior, but he does have that ability to be a real game breaker in some of these passing plays, and you guys need an edge. So I think taking David here is a good pick. The Saints, I have them going. No, why would I say Sonny Styles? I have him going Carl Tate. Usually I would have him take Jeremiah Love here. I like Jeremiah Love to the Saints because Kamara's getting old, but I'm gonna take Carl Tate because Chris Olave again has been injured. I know Carl Tate hasn't been the cleanest in terms of injuries, but taking him here, who has a good wide receiver 2 ability and someone who can probably step in as wide receiver 1 if needed, is good. And Chris Olave with his injury concerns, you don't know what happens, so. Taking Carl Tate, who has good number 2 ability, but also really good number 1 ability if Olave somehow gets injured, or he just takes over as a full-time number 1. It doesn't matter, but he's a good pick here for the Saints who need a threat for Tyler Shuck, and just get some youth. You can also get so much value out of these later round. I know this running back class isn't tremendous, but you get later round value from these older guys, like day 2, day 3 guys. So I wouldn't really worry about taking Jeremiah Love yet. But for the Chiefs, I would, because Jeremiah Love is a huge game breaker for them. With Mahomes, Kelsey, all those wide receivers. I know it hasn't been the most consistent group of wide receivers, but with Mahomes, anything's possible. And taking Love here, who they really lacked a talent at running back. Their entire dynasty, it was kind of like just filler guys. There was Clyde Edwards-Helaire, there was Damian Williams, there was who else? There was obviously Kareem Hunt and Pacheco, but there was never really the number 1, like true number 1 guy who I felt confident could be the running back long term. With Jeremiah Love, you get that guy, and Mahomes coming off an ACL injury, and you don't know if he's probably gonna start the year off in the PUP list because he's injured still. So getting that backup quarterback and eventually Mahomes a bigger threat to get with already those stacked explosive guys on that offense. It's a great pick for the Chiefs. In my opinion, this is probably going to be one of the biggest home runs in the draft if it works out. And the Chiefs, their picks usually work out. So I love this pick here. Taking Jeremiah Love here. It's not a terrible pick. The Bengals, I'm not even going Mansour Delane. The thing with Mansour Delane is there is a lot of concerns with his arm length, but the production has been there wherever he's gone. Like literally like Caleb Downs, wherever he's gone, he's produced. But there's not as much red flags, or there's not as much red flags with Caleb Downs than there is Mansur Delane. But he has produced an LSU. He looked like the best corner in 2025. Obviously McCoy was the best corner in 2024, but he got injured with the ACL injury. I'll get to that when I will. But with Mansur Delane, he's probably going to produce. You're going to need a long-term corner solution. Get that secondary fixed and get that defense fixed, because the offense can probably produce, defense really can't. So I think taking Delane here is a great pick. I'm going to go with the Dolphins. Maui Noah, again, is slipping to a good amount. But I'm going to go... Ooh, I don't know. I don't think Makai Lemon is as good as a fit as some people would like in Miami, because you already have Jalen Waddle, who kind of fulfills that role. He's not a real primary slot player, but he does do similar things. I'm going to go Jamal McCoy. Again, Jamal McCoy, that corner room in Miami is very grim. There's not a bunch of talent in there, and even when there is, sometimes it's injured. So taking Jamal McCoy, who's the best corner in 2024, versus Mansur Delane, best corner in 2025, will you bring injury history as concerns? I know, again, they haven't interviewed yet. They haven't done the combine yet. I don't know if McCoy will do the combine. But if he assumes that he does test, he can probably play himself above Mansur Delane. But Jamal McCoy can be a number one lockdown corner. Just the problem is, again, injury concern. Kind of like Jordan Tyson, where you can see Jordan Tyson fall in some mock drafts because of his injuries. So with Jamal McCoy, he can maybe go in this 20 or 18 range because of his injuries, and if teams don't like that, if teams don't want to take a risk, they'll drop him, and that sucks. But it is what it is. So they'll take Jamal McCoy here. You can very much see him drop, but today he doesn't. Let's go with the Cowboys. I'm taking Sonny Styles. I usually have him going here. I love him to the Cowboys. I just think that he's silent range. I know all linebackers don't produce when they go immediately to a team, but Sonny Styles can probably do that. He can translate to the NFL very well. Very good filling the gaps. Wide range of coverage. He's just a really good prospect. I just really like his prospect. I really like his tape. Just taking him here. Good pick. The Rams, they kind of have a jackpot here. They have Maui Noah and Lemon. This is a great situation for the Rams to be in. This is like a good bad problem to have. Usually I have them going with Makai Lemon, so I'm gonna go a little bit with Maui Noah today. Maui Noah dropped a little bit. He usually goes number 3 for me, or number 6, but today he drops a little bit. Getting a little bit input. This is not just supposed to be the same mock draft over and over again every single Wednesday. It's supposed to be a little bit of different opinions, different prospects, getting different places. That's what I like most, because there's so many different scenarios. You don't know what's going to happen. So obviously Maui Noah can move to guard if he needs to, move to stay at tackle. I'm pretty sure he's probably stay at tackle. Get some more a tackle room. I don't think tackle's as big as it needs. Some analysts or people just in general say it is, but you can really reason upgrade. And with Makai Lemon here too, you can definitely go Makai Lemon. There's no real wide receiver 2 locked up, so I think Makai Lemon, to keep him there in Southern California, would be another great pick. I wouldn't hate that pick. So taking Makai Lemon or Maui Noah is good here, but Maui Noah drops, and you don't usually get this big of an offensive tackle prospect. So taking him here is not the worst decision in the world. The Ravens, I usually have them going. I'm gonna pay a little homage to Caleb Banks. Caleb Banks going 14. Peter Woods has fallen a lot. I'm gonna make the scenario where Peter Woods falls today. I think Peter Woods will. I won't pick Peter Woods in the top 20. I'll do that. Or no, I'll do top 18. I'll see. But today Caleb Banks goes early. Caleb Banks has had injury history, but when he's on the field, he's been really good. The problem is he hasn't been on the field. Kind of similar to most of these prospects, some of these prospects in the draft this year. But Caleb Banks has been good. He throws around people. He's a physical beast. He can literally just, again, throw around people when he wants to. It's just like he has a knack to. But yeah, I just think that he can go to the Ravens, who need a long-term solution on defensive end. Matt BK has gotten hurt, and you don't know if he is going to play again. And even if he is, you probably want a longer-term solution. Or even if he does, you have a good three-guy punch. I know Travis Jones hasn't been the worst. And Matt BK has been on the field. He's been pretty good. So I think taking Caleb Banks here is a great pick. You can definitely see Vega going here, Vega Ione, or even Denzel Boston. I think that's a sleeper pick for them. But today they take Caleb Banks. The Bucks. I think Makai Lemon is very much in play. That Mike Evans is hitting free agency. You don't know if he's gonna pay him. Godwin's getting injured. There's really one long-term solution to wide receiver, and that is Egbuka. But today I'm gonna have him going Makai Lemon. Usually I don't usually have this, but again, today it's going to be a little frisky. It's going to be a little fun, like it always is. So taking McCollum in here, great guy in slot. His problem is his physical abilities. He's not 6'4", 220 or 210 like fucking Denzel Boston, who's gigantic, but he does the little things right. He can play in the slot. He's so versatile. Low drop rate. Very good at route running. Find spaces. He's just a good prospect, and obviously, other than the physical standpoint, he's just a really good prospect. So I think taking him here with the long term solution and letting Mike Evans walk and Chris Godwin just take a step back is a good pick and get some more youth in that wide receiver room. I know Baker Mayfield would love this pick too. The Jets, you would really hope for Mekhi Lemon to drop here, but he didn't. So we're gonna go with Peter Woods. Let me take Arbor Reese actually. Maybe then we don't go with Peter Woods. Let's get a long-term solution at corner. Let's go Avion Terrell. Again, I like Avion Terrell as well, but there's concerns with him as a prospect. I don't really see the red flags that much, but he has a really good nose for the ball. He's very good at jarring it loose. He's aggressive. Usually he does well in coverage, and I don't hate this pick. There's obviously a step down from his last year's stats, but he's been pretty good. And I think the Jets need a long-term solution corner with Sauce on, and just need that number one corner. I think Aaron Terrell can play that, or he can play a nickel if he really needs to. Doesn't matter, but you just need corner depth here. Just take the guy when you can. The Lions. I just have them going tackle here. I'm probably gonna do that again until I'm gonna go Monroe Freeling. I love this pick for the Lions. I think Monroe Freeling has been an amazing tackle in Georgia. He's a big guy, 6'7", I think 340, 315. 340. What am I talking about? 315. Yeah, he's big. He has a good arm length. There's a problem with his placement, but that's fine. Footwork's a little bit concerned, but he's big. You can probably coach him. He has out of 7 immediately. This team is honestly a good fit for Monroe Freeling. He can really just get set into the NFL level and just continue to keep on just letting it go and just learning from those older vets who might retire soon. So I think taking Monroe Freeling here is not a bad idea. All right, let's go with the Vikings. Today, when the Vikings going, Brandon Cisse out of South Carolina. He's been a really good guy. He's pretty fast. There's problem with his press command coverage. There's problems with their footwork off the press too. Hand placement sometimes too as well. But in terms of physical abilities, you can't teach these things, which is a 4.3 40-yard dash. He'd probably test high while jumping and just side to side lateral cans drills. He's just a good prospect, and I think they need youth in that defensive back room. I can definitely see Thienman or McNeil Warren in play here, but today I'm gonna go Brandon Cisse. Maybe we'll see that next week, next week's mock draft. But today we're gonna go Brandon Cisse. I don't usually do this pick a lot, but for the Panthers, I'm gonna go C.J. Allen out of Georgia. I like this pick too. They need linebacker here. Rosenboom's a free agent. You don't know if he's going to resign. They need a little more run stopping help. You can definitely see a edge or defensive interior like Peter Woods go here. But like I said, I'm not Peter Woods. Drop back a little bit. So let's take a triple on that. So CJ Allen's good. Problems with his coverage on some smaller guys, but I think you can maybe develop him into a better coverage guy, but he's very good downhill, very good in between gaps. He's a little less of a safe prospect than Sonny Styles. Obviously, you guys know my opinions on Sonny Styles. He's a great prospect, but him here, it's not the worst idea in the world. The Cowboys, I'm gonna go a little curveball. I know Teacher Parker's available, but I'm gonna go with Akeem Messidor. Akeem Messidor, again, instant production. He will be an instant impact guy for you. He's been so good in this playoff run. That's really how he skyrocketed. And as much as an old prospect, you can hate on it, but this Dallas team can really win now if you hit on this pick. And Akeem Messidor, if you produce in the NFL level, that defensive line would be crazy with Williams, with Clark, with Azuruku, and Messidor on the other side. That's gonna be a really good 1-2 punch. Yes, he is gonna be 30 when his rookie contract and 5th-year option is done, but again, production is production, regardless if he's 35 or he's 20 or he's 15. You don't know, right? So, just take Messidor here. I don't hate this idea. You can be a 3-down lineman too. So I don't hate that pick. Steelers. I'm gonna go Denzel Boston. I've been doing this mock draft too, a little bit off camera, where I mocked Denzel Boston here. Again, he's kind of like DK Metcalf, a big, physical, good catch point guy. He's pretty good at route running too. There's times there's lapses, but in terms of an actual prospect, he's pretty good. And he's good at the catch point. Good running too. Good physicals. Just work a little bit more on his technique and be a real threat. With the Chargers, I'm gonna have them going Vega Ione, out of Penn State. Again, really low floor for this guy. He's a very good guy in rush and pass coverage. 5 pressures this entire year at Penn State. No sacks, obviously, and he has been locked down for Penn State. So I think he'll definitely be a great addition to the Chargers for that pick. The Eagles usually have him taking some corners here, but the corner board isn't that great. So I'm gonna go TJ Parker out of Clemson. Again, TJ Parker I think has potential. I know some people don't think so. I think he has potential to be a 3-down lineman. He's fine rushing or run stopping, but he's really good rushing the passer. So taking TJ Parker, maybe you can develop him into a better run stopper. But there's upside there, and I think they need edge here because they got Brandon Graham to retire, to get unretire, and I don't think that's worth it. So let's take TJ Parker. Let's keep on going until it works. I mean, I guess you gotta get an edge at some point. So take him here. The Browns, the offensive tackle board's gone pretty good. I'm gonna go Caleb Lomu. Again, there's struggles with him in the tackle spot. There's concerns of him being NFL ready with some of these concerns of him like just being good at a tackle in NFL level. Worst case, you move him to guard inside a tackle in free agency. But they need an offensive tackle pick, and they took Jordan Tyson earlier today. So they need an offensive tackle or offensive guard. Just need a body there, and I think Caleb Lomu can add some youth, and especially with how much free agency has going to be impacting these linemen for the Browns. Take Caleb Lomu with some youth and some security. More importantly, security at the spot. Let's just take him there. If you whiff, you whiff. But I think Caleb Lomu is a fine pick here. The Bears, I'm going Peter Woods. They needed to shore up that run defense. Run defense was very bad this year. So let's get some help on the defensive side. You can definitely again. I really like these 2 prospects, Thiemann and McNeil Warren. You can definitely see them going too because those safety duos are pretty old. Got some youth there. But take Peter Woods here. Not the worst decision in the world. All right, let's go with the. I can also see them going Keldrick Falk or Cassius Howell. They need edge threat ability, but today I'm gonna have them going Dylan Thiemann. I don't usually mock this in the first draft. He's an older prospect too, but I think in terms of production, he's also been pretty good. You can see the same thing about Akeem Messidor. He's an older prospect, but production's been good. At Oregon this year, he was pretty good, and they need safeties. They need a defensive back. So taking Dylan Thiemann here, who's very good downhill and has been decent in coverage and very good run stopper, which this team also needs, is a great pick. And taking certified production is better than taking a young guy with mid production like Keldrick Falk. Not to throw stray at him, but it kind of is like Keldrick Falk, where there is production, but how much can you chuck a production towards youth, right? Like you have to compare apples and oranges. So I think taking Dylan Thiemann here, pretty good pick. The 49ers, this is an easy pick. Casey Conception's on the board. Take Casey Conception. Again, field stretcher guy. That room is getting depleted with Juan Jennings hitting free agency. Brandon Ayuk is most definitely never playing in a 49ers uniform again. Watch out for Washington. Yeah, I think he'll go there, play with his bud, big JD5. So maybe he'll go there. But talk about the 49ers here. Case exception, that room has been injured or just not there, just not present. I'm looking at you, Ayuk. He's not there. So I know you want to get out, so get your bag, but still, it's not been there in terms of 49ers aspect. So let's take this exception, get some more youth, maybe some reliability, and I know there's versatility too. So he can be a punt returner if you really want him to, and he'll stretch the field. So I think he'll be really good. There's problems with his hands and his dropping, but in terms of actual production, he's been pretty good at Texas A&M. I think you can ignore the red flag of dropping in hands. For the production he has produced and just what you need in general. So I think taking his exception here isn't the worst idea in the world. The Texans. Let's go with Caden Proctor. You can move into interior offensive lineman or swing him out to guard if someone's injured. Swing him out to guard. Swing him out to the tackle if someone's injured. Again, Caden Proctor, when you're running a fucking him at tight end, obviously he's not going to be the most sound prospect ever. I think Alabama underutilized him, or he just didn't listen, and that's gonna be a big red flag if he didn't listen. But I'm gonna say Alabama underutilized him. I put him in tight end sometimes, which I don't understand. Obviously, it's a joke. He didn't go in tight end that much, but there was one play stuck in my head. I remember he's literally lining up, lining up on the side, and he just literally looks like literally line up like a tight end, and the ball's thrown to him. I think if you really can't teach what he has, which is 366, 6'7" size, and he's relatively young. So you can use that power. He kind of reminds you of Evan Neal, like more raw Evan Neal, which is kind of crazy because Evan Neal was fucking terrible in the NFL. But Caden Proctor can turn into a behemoth of what Evan Neal was supposed to be. Crazy. Both Alabama tackles who are gigantic for their size or for their position too. Interesting. Seeing a lot of similarities, but hopefully you move him to guard. He can do well. If not, I don't know, kick rocks, I guess. So yeah, let's go with Caden Proctor here. The Rams. I'm gonna go corner. Colton Hood. I do this sometimes. I know he's fallen a lot because in the Senior Bowl he lost some really bad reps. But you gotta take youth into account. I guess you can really hope he grows into his own with his youth because he's not that old. He's only a redshirt sophomore. The frame's good. Tape was good. Senior Bowl was not good. So he was getting burned by some of these guys like Ted Hurst definitely burned him. I remember Ted Hurst burned him. There's a clip on that. Ted Hurst burned the fuck out of him. I don't know why he's ranked so low. He can watch out. He can be a sneaky day 2 guy. I remember I think maybe Tyron Montgomery, the guy D3. I think Caleb Douglas torched him too. And then also Josh Cameron had a pretty good Senior Bowl too. Watch out for those guys. But anyways, let's go with Colton Hood here, young guy. Hopefully he can develop him to be what he was in Tennessee. And I wouldn't worry too much about the Senior Bowl if you're taking him here. Just gotta hope he pans out. The Broncos take Kenyon Sadiq here, easy pick. They need a real real receiving threat for Bo Nix. He's not throwing to the greatest of players right now, which kind of like helps him in his case of him being like a great quarterback. So I think Bo Nix is a good quarterback. There's not much help around him though. The offensive line's good. Running back room is okay. Wide receivers aren't good. Tight end's okay with Evan Ingram. I think you can upgrade that too. Kansas City won't just play straight up like George Kittle type tight end style, which is not a problem. But he's less of a blocker, more of a pass catcher. So you get like a good tight end too, but you also get a good pass catcher that Bo Nix can throw to. So it's not the end of the world. And taking him here as a good pick. The Patriots. With Mike Vrabel saying Will Campbell is going to remain at tackle, which I think is the wrong decision. They should have taken a tackle here because the class is pretty good. It's really pretty good, right? If you have someone like a Caleb Lomer or Caden Proctor falling, maybe you go tackle, or something, or Monroe Finley, definitely you take tackle. But we're gonna go Manuel Pregnon today. This is under the assumption that Mike Vrabel said will stick by his word and say that Will Campbell will continue playing tackle because it was not good in the Super Bowl. You're gonna take Emmanuel Pregnon, put him on the left side or the right side, wherever he needs to. I think Pregnon has a pretty good ceiling to be an NFL starter. Pretty raw, but he's been good. Produced at USC and also now produced at Oregon too. I think people are overrating his red flags. I think just taking him here is not the worst idea in the world. And so I really wanted to do Lee Hunter here. Maybe I'll go next week. I'll go Lee Hunter at 28, but I guess not. The Seahawks, they can take Keith Abney. I sometimes go Keith Abney here. You can go linebacker too. The linebacker class is pretty deep. It's pretty good. I wouldn't hate a Jake Galladay or an Anthony Hill Jr. or another Blizzard. We're gonna go there. I don't usually go Anthony Hill Jr. this high, but we're gonna go Anthony Hill Jr. Anthony Hill Jr. like this started this year was actually like a really highly scouted after topic. Like he thought he was gonna go like top 5. Obviously, it wasn't as good as the 2026 as he imagined, but. We say the same thing about Texas, which didn't have a great 2026. They were ranked number 1 in the preseason polls and didn't really produce that much. So I know they ended the year off ranked, but it wasn't as good as they were projected to go. But Anthony Hill Jr. is good here. He's violent at the blitzing point. He's also pretty decent at coverage. So take him here. Hopefully you can get more youth in that linebacking group. I know it's a very marginal upgrade, and maybe not even an upgrade in the first couple years either. But you can try him out, see if he works. If not, he's going to be a rotational guy for you. And that's not the end of the world. This team doesn't really need that much. Sometimes you go secondary too. I could see them definitely going Keith Abney here. But I don't think I want to reach on Keith Abney here because he's short corner and relies a lot on his IQ than he does his physical ability sometimes, which is good in some scenarios, but he's 5'10" and he's like it doesn't have a great frame, so there's a problem there. But other than that, I like Anthony Hill Jr. here. But Yeah, that's it. That's my mock draft. Thank you guys for watching as always. Let me know if your thoughts on this mock draft. Let me know what you guys would have done differently. Just talk, bro. I'm here to talk to. But yeah, love you guys. See you guys tomorrow. I think. Yeah, tomorrow. See you guys.